wedding. So these three all want to marry you. That's what this is. Either an Aries or a Cancer. There's a Pisces. And there is a Taurus. There's some type of manner that you're going to be receiving soon. This keeps coming up in these readings. Like somebody's able to see somebody's location 24/7 or something. It's really, this is so weird. What is this, Spirit? Your assets are not 100% considered yours anymore. Once you have your name tied to someone else. Hello, Scorpio. How are you? Welcome back to the channel. Cersei's out here. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and join the soul track. We have a read for you guys. Okay, this is a love read. Confirmation. I got some throat chakra blockage, so I feel Spirit just wants me to jump right in. So let's see here what we have for my Scorpios. Thank you so much, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, universe, galactic beings, ancient ancestors, elders, guide us in this read for my Scorpios. What messages do you have for us? Truly grateful for your divine guidance and celestial light. So Scorpio, we had some throat chakra stuff. Let's see here, we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so it looks to me like something came to its ending, or a cycle in your life is coming to an end, a chapter here. There's something here, I almost get Scorpio like you're ready for the next level. But let's see, how does this correlate to love? The High Priestess. Ten of Swords, High Priestess, Nine of Laurels, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. So right away, Scorpio, I do see here that you are focusing on yourself. You've been doing a lot of reflecting, a lot of work, inner work, healing. There could even be some past life work. You notice how she's holding that long scroll. So I feel like you could be reflecting not just in this lifetime, but also other past lives of yourself and the lessons and different things that you went through when it came to love. I feel like it's a greater period of introspection for you. You have the Nine of Laurels, so I do get, Scorpio, this energy of right now you, the majority of you are single, are independent, right? I am getting this reading, this primary energy of singlehood or independence, that you can stand on your own. The Nine of Pentacles talks about being able to stand on our own, doing our own thing, but also really focusing on our finances, our wealth, our prosperity. So it's an energy here of perhaps this is where your focus has been. It has been on the wealth, the abundance, and standing on your own, which you naturally do. You're a natural leader, Scorpio. We have the Queen of Cups, so I do feel like you have been pouring in to your cup. You're making sure that your cup is full first and foremost before anybody else's. Not in a way of selfishness, but in a way of selflessness. I definitely see here that you are prioritizing your emotional needs, your emotional happiness. And I almost get this energy of like you're at peace or you're happy. I don't know why, Scorpio. I just get this energy of you being happy, you being fulfilled. You could also be drinking a lot more water, a lot more fluids, really getting into your health. Somebody here could be wanting to go back to school to pursue a career like in the medical field. I don't know why, but I got a dental hygienist or something here about the dentist, but I also got like an RNA and whatnot. So that could be you, right? Somebody could be going to school to do some type of social services work, to get certified and whatnot. But obviously it's going to be different for everybody, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't behind. Let's do 2 more shuffles, y'all. 2 more shuffles. These cards are very jumpy. Very jumpy. I feel like the energy is changing. Alright, what do we have here? Scorpio in love. Oh, the Two of Cups on the side. So you're getting ready to meet someone, getting ready to see someone very special, but it's in the works. Let's see what else comes out. The Ace of Swords. What else? What else for my Scorpios? The Ace of Wands. Wow, 2 aces and the King of Laurels. And this card wants to pop out 3 of Laurels. The other cards, 7 of Swords, the Fool. Wow. Scorpio, what is going on? Three of Swords. You have three of Swords, 3 of Laurels, and 3 of Wands. It's 3 people. It's 3 people here. There's an Aries here, either an Aries or a Cancer. There's a Pisces, and there is a Taurus. That's how you know this read is yours for certain. There's a young Aries that's very aggressive, or they work out a lot at the gym. There's something here about the gym. Then a Pisces, but the Pisces could be the same age as you, more or less. They could be a Pisces Aquarius cusp. And then a Taurus, a very wealthy Taurus at that. But Taurus is your rival sign. So I almost feel like, Scorpio, Spirit is saying that you're going to have options when it comes to love. There's at least 3 energies. At least 3 people. It's so strange, though. I'm getting this weird energy, this very cryptic energy. I feel like these 3 have been stalking you, watching you. This 7 of Swords, I feel like they have been observing you. I feel like all 3 of them have taken foolish risk to stalk you, to observe you. Like they were almost caught doing this, or somebody that you know caught them doing it, but never said anything. It's like these 3 have watched you from a distance. They all plan on making their move at the same time. Within these next 3 weeks, or these 3 months, before these 3 months come to a close, before 2025 comes to a close, Scorpio, the rapture, the Feast of Trumpets and whatnot. You know, I had to come on here and talk about this rapture thing. People were swearing, and I literally said this in the All Signs reading, that there will be a pre-rapture, but it's not what people think. People aren't going to go flying up in the sky. Like, I literally said that. You know, I tried warning people. Like, people were literally selling their possessions. I was like, what? First of all, if like a biblical accurate rapture would have happened, you would just vanish. You would not be floating up to the sky and whatnot and disappearing. Like, it would not be this big. Like, you would just be gone. You know, and the second of all, the rapture didn't really come into play until the 1800s with the one theologist that essentially made it up. Like, it's not. Do I think that there is some type of rapture event? Yes, but I don't think it's what they're saying. I think it's something else entirely. I think it has to do with consciousness, our conscious shift, like our energy, our vibration, these celestial objects and bodies, and how they're affecting each other with their different aspects and the different degrees they're in. That's what I see as like the rapture. I don't see it as like this thing where people are going to start flying up to the sky and Jesus is going to be there. Like they're imagining, you know, like even this statue of Jesus is technically not accurate. You know, like Jesus was more darker skinned, had more darker hair, and right, he was shorter, and like he wasn't the most attractive guy and whatnot. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like a lot of stuff gets changed and altered, but people don't want to hear that. You know, people very right. So yeah, I just had to say that because what on earth? Somebody was like, you didn't post because you claimed in a reading that on the 23rd it was going to be the rapture. I was like, did you even watch my whole read? Because I literally exclaimed what I just said. I literally said it's not a rapture like how people think it is. I'm not the only one that sees the rapture as being a consciousness event. There are plenty of others that will tell you the same thing. It was like, what? Like, They're like, yeah, you said this. You said Kamala Harris was going to win. I was like, I never once said that. I warned people 4 to 5 months ahead that Trump was going to win. I tried warning people in these readings as well. I was like, when he wins, it will hit the fan. Y'all, these people, it'd always be the TikTokers. It'd be the TikTokers, y'all, that be say this stuff. I'm like, this has to be a bot trying to get underneath my skin. So anyhow, let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see, what else do we have for Scorpio here? What's the real wedding? So these three all want to marry you. That's what this is. These three all want to marry you, but Spirit is urging caution, Scorpio. Spirit is urging caution because they all belong to some type of cult or coven. You see, with these covens, these cults, these brotherhoods, these sisterhoods and whatnot, the Masons, the Eastern Stars, whoever, it's like they have their rules that they have to follow. You have to pay close attention to the readings that you're being shown, storm warning, okay, the tower, because individuals that are in these things, they tend to, you know, it's not to judge anybody that's in these types of groups, but people like this tend to be a little bit off the deep end. They tend to be off the rocker, okay? They don't tend to be of sound mind because they are pursuing something spiritual that they have no business pursuing. You know, they don't have that power, that energy to be in these covens, in these cults and whatnot, and working with that stuff. So it's like they lose themselves. And why am I saying this? It's because a bunch of energies here now want to get with you because they know you're going to have some type of wealth, some type of prosperity, some type of abundance, or some type of stability. These three all want to marry you, but at what cost to your soul and spirit, Scorpio? Because it's like, you know the truth, crossroads magnetic attraction. They're doing some type of opening doors magic, some type of open doors root work so that your heart is more open to loving them, to really thinking that it would be okay to be over there in some type of toxicity. They want to butter you up, soften you up like a biscuit. But it's a no. This is a no. Yeah, change. Individuals claiming they'll be able to change their ways. So what I'm seeing here, Scorpio, is that they're trying to decide who's going to go towards you first. This keeps coming up. This keeps coming up, you guys, for not just you, but in the other channel, the other reads. Roll the dice, secret crush. Yeah, who is going to pursue you first? That's what they're trying to decide here. You need to get the zodiac details right away, Scorpio. Like, you need to get the deets. If they're an Aries, Pisces, or a Taurus, run fast and far. Don't even look back. I mean, if you want to get married to them, you can. But it's like, the cards are saying that they're toxic. Fear. So these three, so this is a plot. This feels like a plan that these three got going on or something. A plan to uproot you. Prickly defenses. I feel that Spirit's saying you have to have your defenses up. You have to have some type of guard up because these energies, yeah, miss chances. Don't have regrets, cherish your moments together. Lightning strike, dismantle outdated ways of being to get a fresh start. Mapping the way, explore love and unearth unexpected treasures. These people are stalking you. They're like, I don't know if somebody's car has like an air tag attached or somebody's scooter, like somebody's stalking somebody. Like somebody's able to see somebody's location 24/7 or something. It's really, this is so weird. What is this, Spirit? This is like the Leo reading, like the energy's really weird or sketchy, or somebody is telling somebody your location all the time. crossing over, bridge the gap between your hearts with trust. And we have secret desires. Unspoken needs can plunge you into deep confusion. So these three all want to have nookie nookie with you. They all want to get married to you. They all want to have access to your money shining sign. Trust in the universe's plan and follow your heart. Capricious. Children are involved or someone is being immature. So these are childish energies. Scorpio, I feel like Spirit's really trying to warn you to be careful. Spirit speaks, seek wisdom in prayer, but also have an open dialogue. Dance of souls, be vulnerable and let your two hearts intertwine. Lay to rest, let go of lingering disputes and make peace together. Unlock the gate. Explore the unknown and walk new paths together. Moonlit unity is a moon coven, and this moon coven, there's some type of manner that you're going to be receiving soon. This keeps coming up in these readings. There's some type of mansion, some type of manner that an old man is going to leave for you soon. And these three, they know about it because they're in the cult. They're in the coven that this old man was probably, you know, like a big priest in or something. And so they know that this old man is leaving this to you. They know. They know that you're going to come into this mansion or this home, whatever this is, and they want to get married so that from a legal perspective, their name is also tied or they have some type of stake into your wealth, right? We have to remember marriage in this new system because our indigenous peoples, when they got married, you know, it wasn't like there's government paperwork and, you know, well, if you two divorce, you gotta give this ish and this. Like in a lot of indigenous tribes, things were different. You know, your wife, your husband, they were allowed to go hang out with whoever. And it wasn't seen, I mean, everybody was naked, you know, if this is the tropics and whatnot, or even the eastern coast of, the western coast of California. Most tribes were naked, they were nudist, naturists, and they wore clothing for like ritual purposes, but you know, it was normal for your boyfriend or your girlfriend, your husband or your wife to have other lovers, and it was normal for you as well to have other lovers as well outside of the, you know, the marriage home and whatnot. It was not seen, you know, before Abrahamic religions came into play and whatnot. That was all like put onto these indigenous people. Like that stuff wasn't seen as an issue. However, with the introduction of the old world, right? We'll just, for simplicity's sake, because these indigenous peoples that were living naked in the jungle, those are not like the first those are the survivors. You understand what I'm saying? They're the survivors of the society that collapsed back in the 1100s and whatnot. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like society collapsed, it went through its reset, the fires, the solar flares, the mud flood, you know, Tartaria. And those Native American people that are living naked, not just here in America, but also in the Caribbean and whatnot, South America, Central America, that are living naked in the jungle, they are literally the survivors of the end of the world because their elders saw the end of the world, right? So it's like, you have to understand here that now with the introduction of the old world, quote unquote, Christopher Columbus and, you know, whoever the F, whoever, you know, who even knows if that's the truth and whatnot. But it's like with the introduction of those things, marriage became something of a legality. And so you get married to someone, your assets are not 100% considered yours anymore. Once you have your name tied to someone else through legal documentation in this system, your assets, you know, if you try to separate with that person, you cannot just, like, there has to be mutual agreement or there has to be meetings with different lawyers and whatnot, divorce lawyers, to reach an agreement. You understand what I'm trying to say here? You can't just get married to these people and then say, oh, well, now I want to divorce you. You're toxic. You know, get out of my life. I'm keeping the manor and the money to myself. It's not going to work like that. They can argue in court that, you know, the two of you were married, that they have as much stake into this manor now as you. So this is why I'm saying you got to be really, really careful. You need to be careful because these three, they got the plan. They want to marry you for what you're going to come into. Okay, they want to marry you for what, you know, not just for what you're going to come into, but also for sex. Because you're one fine, you know, beauty. You're very beautiful, very handsome, whoever you are. You have really good energy as well. But your heart is very pure. That's the thing. You deserve somebody that's going to love you, treat you right, and give you the best, and not marry you for this weird-ish. Like, what is this weirdness? This is all weird, all kinds of weirdness. Like, how do they even like they've been planning this for a minute and then somebody is stalking you? Like, this is so weird. It's so weird. So I would remain single until the rest of the year comes to a close. If you're already in a relationship, this read does not apply to you. However, it may apply to you if your person is a Taurus, Pisces, or an Aries. I would be investigating that ish. But that is your read. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I wish you love and light.